Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Brittany of Britzy Thrift. I'm a reseller on Poshmark as well as eBay, and this video is a bit late, but it's okay. Better late than never. So this is April what sold. So we're gonna go over what sold for my Poshmark and my eBay in the month of April, and then I'm gonna cut it, and then I'm gonna do a video right after. We're in the same clothes and everything of what sold in May because we are officially, as of today, the day that I'm recording this, June the 1st. So time is rolling. So let's get right into it. So let's go into April. So the first thing to sell for me on Poshmark was this Old Navy size 3X high-rise playa wide leg navy blue pant. This sold for $23. I can always rely on plus size Nuitag Old Navy to be good bread and butter. Sometimes it doesn't even have to be Nuitags. Just depending on what it is, but Old Navy is a consistent, strong seller for bread and butter for me. Sold for $23, and I got order earnings of $18.40. Next, I sold this pair of Cherokee size 10 pink suede shoes. They were kind of like a wooden clog sole, but in any case, they sold for $20. And out of that, I got $16. This was something that I did sit on for a while, and I think I was just kind of like, I just picked them up because they were Nuitags and they were a bigger size, and I was like, oh, they're cute sandals. But looking back on it, I probably wouldn't pick them up today, but I am glad that they finally moved. Next, we have this Nike Dry Fit size small black pink fitness capri pant that sold for $9. I picked this up out of the $2 bin. My order earnings were $6.05, so I made a very small profit, but at least it is out of my inventory. Next, I sold this Marvel Her Universe Captain America. This was something that was sold at Kohl's, I believe, and it was for the 75th anniversary, I guess, of Marvel. I'm not sure. I don't follow it closely. So this dress sold for $15, and out of that I got $12. Then I sold this pair of Driftwood jeans. These were in a size 25. They were called the Colette Floral Embroidered jeans, but I remember they had a flaw. I think they had a rip somewhere that after I bought them, I didn't realize when I bought them that they were flawed. So I disclosed that. They sold for $21, and I got $16.80, so still made a profit. Just had to sit on them for a little bit longer. Here is a Nuitag Luxul size medium dress. This is sort of like a reddish lace. I think it described the color as berry on the tag. Sold for $18, and I got $14.40. Then I sold this Obey large art graphic tank top. So it had the picture of a man who was like spray painting like a graffiti type of thing. At the time I picked it up because I kept hearing Obey, Obey, Obey. And it was supposed to be like a Bolo brand, but I don't know, this took forever and a day. So ever since I picked up this one tank top, I've seen Obey, and then I just leave it behind because I'm like, okay, I don't know. Maybe it was selling for someone at some point, but it's not selling for me. But this one finally sold for $14, and I got $11.05, and again, I got it out of the $2 bin. Then I sold this Nuitag Spider size medium full zip. This was the toasted base layer thermal, like lightweight jacket or sweater. Sold for $27, and I got $21.60, and it got a 5-star rating. The person said just as described, and very happy with the order. So thank you for taking the extra time to write a very sweet message. I think this is a spider that I think I got a few of them from like Marshalls a couple of years ago during their yellow tag sale, which is when they mark their tickets down to the lowest, that they're gonna market for the year. Usually it's in January around the same time as the Ross 49-cent sale. So this profit probably is not so great. I probably paid $10 for it. I don't know. But yeah, I really try not to pay up too much for stuff anymore because the rest of the world does not pay up for stuff. So I try to meet them where they're at. Now it's like, I try to get a good deal so that way, I can agree to giving someone else a good deal without thinking, oh, I can't drop it any lower because then I'll lose money. So I try not to pay up for stuff anymore. Here's a Starbucks 2021 Bearista red teddy bear. It's a limited edition stuffed teddy bear from Starbucks. He has this cute little red snowsuit on. It says, It sold for $12 and I got $9.05. The person left a 5-star rating and took the time to write additional comments. She said, "Thank you for packaging my items so well. Great prices also and friendly seller. Will buy from them again." So I am so happy that she's happy, and I'm proud of myself because anytime I sell something that's like outside of just clothing, and accessories and purses, plush, it's like I'm proud of myself because it's like, oh, I did sell a plush, something different. Next, I sold this Nuitag Madewell size extra small blue ribbed slit sleeve square neck pale blue top. Sold for $20 and I got $16 out of that. Then I sold this Walker cup size medium. It had LACC 46, like a golf sort of thing, embroidered on it. It was Nuitag's and it was a pullover. Sold for $40 and I got $32. Then I sold this. This is a brand that I don't come across very often, but I do know that it is, it performs pretty well for my closet, and it's supposed to be more of an upscale denim. So this is called Raleigh Denim, and usually I find it in the men's. I think this one was a women's. It's a size 28. This is called the Gates Red Button Fly Pant, and it sold for $50, and I got $40. Then I sold this Nuitag Universal Thread, which is a Target brand, but they were brand new with tag, size 8 pair of boots. They were called the Catherine Hidden Wedge boot. They kind of reminded me of Sorel boots. The, I can't remember what it's called anymore. I can't remember what the name of that Sorel boot is, but it was popular. I don't know if you could still get the same amount for it now, but anyway, these sold for $24, and out of that I got $19.20. Then I sold this pair of C New York size 8 Kiara light black high-rise 100% cotton high-waisted shorts. These came out of the $2 bin. I know C New York is supposed to be a more expensive brand, but I don't know. I seem to have a harder time moving it, so I don't really get excited when I see it like that. This sold for $16 and I got $12.80. Oh, here's something that I'm really happy about. So I picked up a bunch of extra large Quince 100% linen wide leg European something pants, and at first I had them priced too high. After I sold the first one, then I kind of got into the groove of like what they sell for, and they've been just going. So I'm really happy about that, and now I'm not so irritated with Quince anymore. I'm kind of like, okay, I just have to get into the groove of pricing it correctly. So here's one of the first ones that sold. So here's the title: Quince 100% European linen wide leg pants in martini olive, women's extra large. They sold for $30 and I got $24. Next, I sold this NM Neiman Marcus burgundy bell sleeve dress in a size medium. This sold for $25 and I got $20. Next, I sold this. This is a Ross 49-cent sale pickup, and I don't think I paid 49 cents for them. It was probably like $2 or so. But this is a pair of Telepatia women's low-rise bootcut jeans, size 9 or size 29. They sold for $40, and out of that I got $32. And what was interesting is I had them cross-posted between Poshmark and eBay. And I guess the same person saw the same jeans, and she messaged me after she bought these on Poshmark. She messaged me on eBay and was like, hey, are these, the same jeans, or are they actually available? Because if so, I'll buy these as well. And I'm like, once again, I'm shocked because Ross, you always think that it's like the lower, I don't know. I always downplay Ross and think that, oh, nobody's probably going to want it, but for like pennies. But no, some of the Ross stuff actually does better than the stuff that I think is supposed to do this well. So Telepatia jeans, I am willing to try to sell these again. I have found them pre-owned, and so I was going to get them, but I left them behind because I was like, I just couldn't tell if it was like, is it because these are new with tag that they sold this well or what? But the only way for me to know is to try. So maybe if those Telepatia jeans are still at that location when I go back again, I might go on and pick them up and try it and see what happens. But this was a very pleasant surprise. Next, I found this Dr. Oakley Leica Air Mesh size medium large neon orange dog collar. It sold for $9 and I got $6.05, and I think I got it out of the $2 bin. Next, I sold another $2 bin pickup. This is a Loft size 10 floral bird print ruffle pocket textured shorts for $15, and I got $12, 5-star rating, and it says so cute, thank you, so thank you. Then I sold this Pilcrow in the letterpress size 31 crop flare pants. They were in a pretty kind of like a peachy pink color. Sold for $20, and I got $16. Then I sold this Nubatag White House Black Market size 4R Saint Honoree jean collection. Skinny navy blue was the color, and they sold for $25, and I got $20. Next, this is a really, really old item. This is a Carhartt extra small 02 button down top. It was plaid, like cream or yellow, sold for $10, and I got $7.05. This was a time when everyone kept saying Carhartt, Carhartt, Carhartt. So I was just kind of like, okay, I'm going to pick up anything with Carhartt, you know, and here we go, many moons later, I'm still sitting on it. So again, I don't really listen to what other people say is selling. I just try to pay attention to my own closet now. See what works for me, and then just keep trying to repeat it. If something works for someone else, that's great for them, but the only way to know is if you study your own closet. So next I sold this Scotty vest, men's extra large tan outdoors vest, sold for $40, and I got $32, 5-star rating, and thank you for a very nice vest. So thank you for your comment. Here's something I picked up just because I thought it was cute, and it's sold surprisingly well. This is a Pusheen Cat by Enesco Facets. It's a pink prism figurine, so just something that you can sit on your desk. And it sold for $20, and I got $16. Here's a J-Lux label, size large, fuchsia pink tie skirt. This one I regret picking up because I got so many comments and questions about, like, do you have a picture of it on or a model, you know, someone that could show us how this is wrapped. And honestly, I had trouble photographing it. I think J-Lux label I've had pretty good luck with, but if you can't quite identify how to wear it, I would leave it behind. And I didn't with this one. Luckily, it finally sold for $17, and I got $13.60. But yeah, I think if I can't figure out how to wear it, then I probably wouldn't want to sell it. Next, this is a really good sale. This is a Rip Skirt Hawaii. This is a length 4, which is one of their longer lengths. So if you go to their website, you can see, like, you know, length 1, length 2, like the smaller the number, the shorter the skirt. So this was a midi skirt, and it was size medium, and it was Nubatag. This sold in no time at all, sold for $55, and I got 44, 5-star rating. And comments read, perfect condition as described, and delivery so fast. I had no idea that it had arrived already. So that's wonderful. I'm glad she's happy with it, and I've definitely, that's my second time having good luck with Rip skirts, so I'm definitely going to keep an eye out for it every time I go. Next, I sold this Old Navy women's medium tall wide leg linen blend pant for $29, and I got $23.20. This one was a little confusing because it got a 4-star rating. She marked everything for could improve item cleanliness, ship time, item description, packaging, and seller responsiveness. But then the comments say perfect and brand new. So hard to find the tall. So if she was happy, I'm not sure why she didn't just go ahead on and do a 5-star rating. I have seen people comment where they say they never give a 5-star rating because they just feel like there's always something to improve on. Okay, whatever. But so long as she's happy, and again, Old Navy is good bread and butter. I like the larger sizes, the tall sizes, and the ones with the interesting prints. It just seems to sell really, really well. So I'm glad that this one worked out. Here's a really cool thing that sold very quickly. This is called Negative Underwear, and this just stood out to me on the rack when I was looking through the shirts. I usually don't really like the shirts too much because it's just, to me they're the more tedious section to go through for some reason. It's just like they're so thin and everything. I don't know, anyways. But this shirt stood out to me, and I'm so glad that I paused and I looked it up. This is called Negative Underwear. It's a V-neck thermal knit top in a extra small. This sold for $75, and out of that I received $60, and that was such a quick flip that I was just like, I was amazed. I was like, wow, pay attention to your gut. Next, I sold a Judy Blue size 1/25 straight fit palm embroidered hem blue crop pair of jeans. So I don't know if this sold for $10 because it was a smaller size, a size 1. But I got $7.05 out of that sale, and I have slowed down with picking up Judy Blue. I've seen it a lot. I most recently did pick up a Judy Blue because it was very unique, and I will show that to you guys in a haul that I'm gonna do. But yeah, I mean, at least I moved it out, so that's all good. Next, I sold this Constantly Varied gear. This was in a medium, and it's a pair of leggings, like a pair of crop leggings with comic book sayings on them, kind of like boom pow, you know, like that sort of thing. Sold for $20, and I got $16. Then I sold this Banana Republic factory size 16 blue linen blend wide leg pants for $40, and I got $32. This is something that I plucked out of the $2 bin, and it sold very quickly, so I'm very happy with that. This is called Define, D-F-Y-N-E. It was just a sweatshirt that I thought was interesting. I looked it up real quick. So I only paid $2 for it. It sold for $34 in no time at all, and I got $27.20 for it, and it got a 5-star rating. Here is a Barbour, the original Barbour Tartan Corey liner vest. It's a size 8 and it's new with tags. It sold for $100, and I got $80 out of that. I expected it to sell faster, but I think what happened was that when, I don't know if this was before or after, honestly, but ever since my listings got reactivated, it took a little time for it to kick in, but it seems like I have been getting more visibility. So, you know, I make sure that I'm going to reactivate my listings every time it passes 60 days because it definitely seems to help. Next, I sold this Crocs Youth J3 navy blue sandals for $17, and I got $13.60. Next, I sold this Herb Ledger. This is the Kyra blush pink sleeveless bandage A-line dress. It sold for $70, and I got $56 out of that. Here is an American Eagle cable knit cropped cardigan in extra small, and it's pink. This was just something that I thought was kind of cute and preppy, so it sold for $16, and I got $12.80. This was something that I got out of the $2 bin, and again, it was just a gut instinct. It sold very quickly. I only paid $2 for it. This is called Vision Lab by Phil Lewis, and this is in a medium. They are these flare-legged leggings, kind of like yoga pants, and they had like the Chinese New Year dragon printed on them. When I looked it up, apparently this brand has like a lot of different artists that collaborate with them, and their name will be signed on each pair. So this one was Phil Lewis. Anyway, they sold for $52, and I got $41.60. I just thought they were really cool with the colors and the flare leg and everything, and I looked them up and they seemed like they were doing okay. There's another pair actually that kept coming up that was doing way better than this one. So if I ever see Vision Lab again, I'll definitely look up the artist, but most likely I will pick it up regardless. So this was a pleasant surprise. It's amazing what $2 can turn into. Here is a Nuitag Gold Hinge size medium gray cargo nylon windbreaker pull-on pant. This sold for $22, and out of that I got $17.60, a 5-star rating, and it says, "Thank you so much. I love my new cargo pants. They are so pretty." So thank you so much, and I'm glad that she's enjoying them. This is my second time selling Gold Hinge. I believe before when I had it, it was a plus size and Nuitags, and it sold well as well. So this brand is on my radar for bread and butter. Next, I sold this Lafayette 148 New York dress. It's in an olive green and in a size small. So this sold for $15, and I got 12. This was at a time when, you know, Lafayette 148 was something that I kept hearing about. So basically I'm paying for all that stuff that I kind of just picked up because I heard that it sells well. I mean, it's moving out, but those are the things that I seem to be holding on to for the longest that don't move out till like years later or whatever. So, but I'm happy to see it go. In any case, I still in the end get my money back plus profit. Here is another really good $2 bin pickup. This is a Big Cotton Gear for Sports. This is a size medium Appalachian State sweatshirt, and this sold for $34, and out of that I got $27.20. So sometimes when I'm digging through the $2 bin, that's where they put all their shorts, leggings, t-shirts, sweatshirts, and hoodies. So long as the hoodie is a pullover. If it's a full zip, then you have to pay like regular price for it, which is like $5. But if it's a pullover, then it's $2. So I do pay attention to like collegiate wear and stuff like that when I'm going through those $2 bins, because I know that there are fans out there that are looking for certain things. Maybe they feel like they can get it cheaper than they can at their bookstore, or it'll be something that's just kind of like vintage or whatever, you know, and they just want it for memory's sake. Here's another brand that I like. It's an outdoor brand. This is Duluth, size 12. These are the dry on the fly 10-inch shorts. I believe someone donated a bunch of these, and they were all new with tags. This sold for $25, and I got $20, and have like maybe 3 or 4 more of them, but I've already got my money back for all of them because I paid $2 a piece. And it was just somebody, I love coming across somebody's collection. Like whenever someone has a bundle of stuff and they like, you know, donate it, and then you look it up and it's good, it's like you can just get like a stack of good inventory right then and there, and hopefully it works out for you. Okay, so let's look at what sold in April on my eBay. So I have been having better luck. It was a little dead on eBay, but now it's like it's picking up, but I keep forgetting that this is the video for April, not for May. So let me just go through it. Okay, so the first thing that sold on eBay on April the 5th was this pair of Tibby size 32 acid iceberg denim Newman jean, and they sold for $140. Out of that, I got $111.82. So this is another example of somebody's collection. I remember I went shopping and someone had donated all their Tibby, their plus size Tibby. And at the time, the only thing that I had sold from, or tried to sell from Tibby, hadn't done very well, like formal dresses and things like that. So I was like, okay, you know, I like that they're plus size jeans and they're straight legs. So I just took a chance on them, but they performed wonderfully. All of them sold for over $100. I think from that collection, I only have one item left, and that is a sweater. And I get the feeling it's probably going to sell sometime in the fall. I regret, there was one sweater I remember I left behind just because it wasn't new with tags. The new with tags one I picked up and it sold very fast. And then the jeans started selling, and then I thought back to it and I was like, I should have got that other sweater, but it's okay. This is just another example of, you know, having really good luck with selling someone's donated collection, and I am so grateful. So here is a Built size medium full zip padded mesh black reflective motorcycle jacket that sold for $45, and out of that I received $24.50. Next, I sold this Logo by Lori Goldstein size 24W black charcoal gray denim jacket. So it was like a jean jacket. It sold for $40, and out of that I got $24. So Logo is not a brand that sells very well for me, but I just so happen to like that jacket so much that I was willing to sit on it. Here's a $2 bin pickup. I got super lucky that day. This was a new with tag men's Lululemon size 38 commission short relaxed 11-inch in blue. This sold for $64, and I got $47.32, and again, this was only $2. So that's really, I'm blessed. I'm really blessed. I love my thrift stores in my area. I mean, if it wasn't for the thrift stores in my area, I could probably figure out a way to do it, but it wouldn't be as fun and enjoyable to resell. So I'm just so grateful that I live where I live and I'm surrounded by so many good options. And I don't say that to brag. I'm giving thanks. That's all. Next, I sold this Mark New York Andrew Mark small dusty rose faux fur faux leather vest for $30. I had this for a really long time. I got order earnings of $18.06. This was something that came from Ross many years ago, and I have been sitting on it for a while, and finally the right buyer came along, so it's out of my inventory and I'm happy about that. Next, I sold this Flax, which is a good Lagan look sustainable linen-y brand. So there's a Flax size small gray polka dot 100% linen long sleeve dress. Sold for $40, and I got $28.39. Next, I sold this Raya Sun size large linen blend chambray raw hem shorts in this pretty blue. They look very islandy. Sold for $25. And out of that, I got $15.93. Here's an I Noah size medium newsprint dress. I think I just like the newsprint of it. It kind of looked a little graffiti, artsy, art to wear like. Sold for $30 and I received $17.90. Next, oh, this is one of my happy brands. This is Carved Designs. It's a floral organic cotton top that is in a size large. Sold for $40 and I got $28.86. Here's another Carved Designs. This is the Oahu Twill Blue Dogtown shorts made of organic cotton. Sold for $40 and out of that I got $28.44. Then I sold this Rebecca Taylor size medium 100% cashmere floral rhinestone sweater. It almost looked like a shrug because it was like just, you know, like if you're wearing a dress and it's just meant to kind of go on your shoulders and, you know, be a bit cropped. This sold for $40 and I got $28.22. Next, I sold this Nuitag 511 Tactical Large TDU Green Teflon Short Sleeve Button-Down Shirt for $40 and out of that I got $26.72. Then I sold this Draper James size 2X floral dress for $35 and out of that I got $22.60. Okay, so that was it for my April sales on Poshmark as well as eBay. I do feel like I'm improving and I'm starting to listen a lot more to my own closet. So I have another what sold video that I'm getting ready to record, so I'm going to go right on into May, but I'm going to cut this video here in case you need to take a bathroom break or get some snacks or something. So thanks so much for watching this video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!